So I'm going to quickly touch on coming home and the idea of returning home to practice. What are your options after you graduate? And we have four different options that you can look at. So the four different options are, as you can see here, and I'm going to go through each one real quick. So your first option as Australian medical school graduate is you're able to return to Canada. And for that, you would basically be matching for residency in Canada after your graduation. Secondly, you're able to complete your postgraduate training in Australia and then return as a doctor to Canada. So both of these processes, while it seems as a very straightforward statement that I've just made, there are a lot of steps that go through it. And while this isn't the place to be talking about it, we do a lot of webinars and different types of sessions for this. We do have one coming up later on in summer, which we would be happy to send you the link for, and you can definitely sit in for that, and we will be breaking down each option for you. But yes, the first option is you're able to return to Canada. You're able to match for residency once you return to Canada. The second option is to complete your postgraduate training in Australia. So that essentially means you go through all the processes there, and once you're officially a full doctor, you apply to return back to Canada as a full doctor. The third option seems to be one of the most hot and popular options for Canadian graduates that are going to Australia, and that is to actually stay back in Australia. There are multiple reasons students consider that and individuals consider that, and that is because of the idea that you're going there for 4 to 5 years, you're going there for a long time, you're able to build relationships there. There's a lot of opportunities that come with being at a certain place at that certain age, which gives you different chances and potential opportunities that you might take on. But yes, you're able to stay in Australia, complete the internship there, match for residency there, and then practice as a doctor there. So we've seen a lot of students consider this option, and it seems to be something that that keeps trending up, and a lot of people consider it. The last option is to go to the US and consider that. So you'd be considering matching for residency in the US and then completing the entire postgraduate training options there. And yeah, considering becoming a doctor within the US, or you could even consider after finishing your postgraduate training in the US and then return to Canada, which we have seen some graduates. And recently we did do a webinar where we had a panelist who graduated from an Australian medical school, did their residency in the US, and then returned to Canada as a full doctor. Now, all of these options have various steps to it. None of them are easy, and none of them are going to be a very streamlined and straightforward process. They all have various steps to them, which we would be happy to answer. And if you do go on our website, we have broken down a lot of these options that you can read about before any webinar that we do in the future.